Hello, today we're going to read one of my daughter's favorite book, Mr. Wolf's Pancakes. We had a good time reading this. I bought this book because we were making pancakes on that day, so I thought this would be a good accompanying book to read before we make the pancake. Okay, one day Mr. Wolf was feeling hungry. He fancied some pancakes. Yum yum, he said, licking his lips at the thought of a big pile of fresh, delicious pancakes. Mr. Wolf had never made pancakes before, so he took his big recipe book down off the shelf and looked inside. But wolves can't read very well, and Mr. Wolf had trouble making sense of it, so he went to get some help from his neighbors. He even read the book upside down. He called on Chicken Licken, who lived nearby. "Please, can you help me read this?" he asked. "No," said Chicken Licken, slamming the door in Mr. Wolf's face. Bang! Wow! I wonder what Mr. Wolf did to Chicken Licken. "Oh dear," sighed Mr. Wolf. He sat down, slowly read the book, and worked out what he needed all by himself. So he probably figured it out based on the pictures. So he needs flour, eggs and milk. Mr. Wolf looked in his cupboard for the ingredients, but he couldn't find anything he needed. "I'll go to the shop," he decided, and he settled down to write a list. But wolves aren't very good at writing, so Mr. Wolf called on Wee Willie Winkie. "You're very clever," said Mr. Wolf. "Can you help me write my shopping list, please?" "No," said Wee Willie Winkie. "Go away." He slammed his door. Bang! "There's no need to be like that," said Mr. Wolf quietly. Yeah, why is everyone mean to him? Is it because he's a wolf? Mr. Wolf sat down and tried very hard with his writing until he had made his shopping list all by himself. Now he needed to count his money to make sure he had enough, but wolves aren't very good at counting. So he went to the gingerbread man for some help. Doesn't look like he's gonna help either. "Can you help me count my money, please?" he asked politely. "No, I'm too busy to bother with you," said the gingerbread man, slamming his door. Bang! Wow, all of his neighbors are so mean. So poor Mr. Wolf had to sit down and count his money. It took him a long time, and he had to check it 3 times before it was right, but he did it all by himself. Mr. Wolf needed a basket to carry his shopping, so he called on Little Red Riding Hood. "Please, may I borrow your basket?" he asked very nicely. "I'm not lending my basket to you," said Little Red Riding Hood. "Now clear off." So Mr. Wolf set off to the shop without a basket. "I'll manage," he said. Yeah, everyone is mean to him. I wonder why. So he went to the shop on his own. Mr. Wolf went to the shop. Old Mother Hubbard's general store. He looked at his list, remembered what he needed, counted out his money, and carried the eggs, milk, and flour home all by himself. Do you notice the poster? Lost. Have you seen this sheep? It's Little Bo Peep's sheep. I wonder who took the sheep. Now it was time to make the pancakes, but wolves aren't very good at cooking, so Mr. Wolf called on the 3 little pigs. "Please, can you help me cook my pancakes? I'll share them with you," he said kindly. "No chance," chorused the pigs, slamming their doors. Bang, bang, bang. Mr. Wolf felt sad because nobody wanted to help him. Mr. Wolf went home and started to make the pancakes all by himself. Soon there was a huge pile of delicious pancakes on the table, all ready for eating. He made a lot, and it looks delicious. Now, as Mr. Wolf had been making his pancakes, a lovely smell had drifted out of the kitchen. All his neighbors could smell it, and it made them feel very hungry. They wanted some pancakes too. They decided to try their luck. Oh, the audacity! So they knocked on Mr. Wolf's door. "Give us some of your pancakes," said the rotten lot. "Why should I give any to you?" said Mr. Wolf. Not one of you would help me. We'll help you eat them, replied Mr. Wolf's neighbor nastily. Anyway, we're not going away until you give us some. Mr. Wolf thought very hard for a moment. There was only one decent thing to do. Oh, very well then, he sighed. You better come in. Mr. Wolf opened the door wide and whoosh! His greedy neighbors rudely pushed him aside and dashed down the hall. Mr. Wolf shook his head, shrugged his shoulders, followed them into the kitchen, and when they were all in, can you guess what happened? Mr. Wolf gobbled them up. He ate them all up. Snippety, snappity. That was the end of his unhelpful neighbors. My goodness, he ate everyone. And then, with his bulging tummy not quite full, still not quite full, Mr. Wolf sat down to eat his pile of pancakes, and he did it all by himself. My goodness. He sure has a big tummy. Well, there was nobody else around, so... So he ended up eating his neighbors and the pancakes. So he'll be full for a few days or weeks. My goodness. I love this book.